I know that shit's scary as fuck. But as long as we don't use, bro, as long as we don't pick up, all right, we might not have nowhere to go. All right, we might have to go stay in a motel room for a couple nights. All right, we might not have no family or friends around us. But you just don't use over it, bro, because I promise you, it's no, bro, for people like you and me, bro, if you relate to what I'm saying, for people like you and me, it is no longer a solution to the problem, man. There is a problem in our life, and we're turning towards something that is only causing more destruction. It's no longer a solution, bro. You can't look at this like this is going to help your problems, bro. You're going to have to figure out a different way to cope with your problems. You're going to have to, man. It's hard. Let me get my face. Let me get my face looking a little better, bro. Let me just hold on a second. But if you, I promise you, I'm getting moderators in here. This is going to be a safe space for us, not just for me, not just for you or subscribers. This is going to be a safe space for us. Okay, because I need you guys just as much as you want to have a friend. I'm willing to be that. I need you guys to be my friend right now. I do. I'm very grateful that you guys are here. Boy, fuck. I'll be ugly as fuck, boy, when I cry, bro. When I'm about to cry, bro. My face gets puffy and my fucking all type of shit, bro. Like, but it's okay though, bro. It really is okay. It really is okay. It really is, man. It's okay, bro. Let people say what they want. Let people say what they want. Yeah, you might have seen me crying, but guess what? Flip over one more video and you saw me bench 315 pounds for 5 reps. And that's why. You know why I can bench so much weight in the gym? Because I cry. Because I cry, bro. Because I'm a seriously emotional person. Because I have some very strong emotions. And I stayed consistent. I stayed consistent. All right, let me simmer back down just a little bit. Throw on some Rick and Morty real quick, and we're just gonna kind of like chill out a little bit. I don't want to get too loud. Why do you keep insisting that I ad fly? Who are you? I'll just block you, bro. I love SpongeBob. Hydration check. What did I do? The new Plankton movie was trash. Damn, that sucks. My leg. Yeah, if you guys want to reference things that you think I would like or relate to, yeah, reference them. My leg. Yeah, that's me for sure. Thank you for the 50K chat. So I did so many psychedelics last year. Like I'm talking every single week. I was taking like 2 or 3 different psychedelics. Sometimes they were natural, sometimes they were synthetic. And unfortunately, I was in a toxic relationship with a person, and she was very aggressive towards me, emotionally and physically. I'm not trying to get you guys to feel sorry for me, but unfortunately, we had those very negative experiences together. But she was the only person that because when I first met her, I did 2 gel tabs. The very first time I went over and spent the night at her house after we became boyfriend and girlfriend, the first thing that I did was take 2 gel tabs, and it was the blue ones with the gold, the blue one, it was the blue ones with the gold flakes. And so Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, I'm good. I just wanted, like, are you guys gonna talk to me? So, are you listening to what I'm saying? So, I said that I had a negative experience with a girl, right? Does anybody understand what I'm saying? Okay. Anyway, so this was right when me and her started dating. I'm gonna sit down, bro. This is right when me and her started dating, and I just graduated a program, and I had a year clean. Yeah, it's Mariah. I had a year clean, and I wanted to stay sober, but I have my own particular view on psychedelic compounds when it comes to sobriety and recovery. Currently, I, am not ingesting anything like that whatsoever that, is mind or mood altering besides caffeine. But at the time, I had a much less strict recovery mindset. So in my mind, it wasn't a relapse to do the gel tabs. In my mind, it wasn't back then. But everybody knows how AA works. So, all right, you're spamming my chat. Bro, all right. Y'all want me to tell this story or not, bro? I need to catch my breath anyway. In my mind at the time, it wasn't a relapse, but obviously I've been around the rooms long enough to know that it was absolutely a relapse, right? It was relapsing behavior regardless because, I just met this woman and, I was just making a bunch of impulsive decisions. So she was my trip sitter. Let's, cut to the chase. She was my trip sitter. And, when you've been clean for an entire year and the very first thing that you have an experience with is the blue gel tabs with the gold flakes, if you got them from the right person, boy, them things are going to hit. What? Those things are going to hit, bro. And boy, did they hit. Oh my gosh, they did. So, I had basically a spiritual experience. I did. It was so intense. Like I had a spiritual experience, and unfortunately I had it around the wrong person. It hit too hard. Yeah. I had it around her, and she was just like, like when I'm in that state of mind, like I will cry. I will, so many different things can happen, but a lot of what happens is like I basically like start like worshiping my girlfriend, whatever the woman is that's around me. It turns into like me just like being completely submissive, complete like literal worship, bro. Yeah, like y'all if you don't understand like what happens like when people, it's yeah, bro. I wish there was more people that like could understand what I'm saying. I'm talking to people that don't even understand, bro. This is so frustrating. I need more people. Yeah, it gets really toxic. So like, and it's like I love to do it, but I don't love to do it to the wrong person. And because that is, especially when you have somebody who is a narcissist and this person is your trip sitter and this person is not good for you, well, then what do you think is going to come of this, right? Yeah. And it was just, this was a experience that lasted, I want to say a good 18 hours. I want to say it lasted a good 18 hours. Yeah. 18 straight hours of me just being totally conscious, but on a, like, imagine seeing some shit like this in your room, bro. Imagine some shit like this. Every single thing in your room has became turned alive, and it's like now opening up into like these sacred geometric patterns. You'll see like literal eyeballs, bro. like literal eyeballs coming out of the walls, bro, but like they're not like human eyeballs, bro. Like life starts breathing, bro. Like everything, the furniture, like her face starts morphing and like changing, and like, like, bro, it's insane. It's so insane, dude. And but to see, the crazy part is like it might incapacitate you for a little bit. It might incapacitate you for a little bit, but then you're going to be fully lucid. You're going to be fully involved in this state of mind with all of these things happening around you. And now, you feel like this is your soulmate. You feel like the person that you're with is now like, she is your soulmate. So if it's your soulmate, what are you guys going to do? You're probably going to do what grown-ups do. So that's exactly what happened. And you're in this heightened state of mind, and it's really hard to get away from. If you guys are like starting a relationship this way, she didn't take anything. She didn't take anything whatsoever that night. She probably had a couple of drinks, but a person having a couple of drinks compared to a person that's having a, serious experience on, serious compounds, you can't compare the two things. You cannot compare the two things. I had a completely different night than she had that night. And this night is vividly alive in my memory, and it probably will be for the rest of my life. It's the craziest thing, bro. I'm telling you. And there's no way that if you've never experienced it before, there's no way to compare it to anything in this world. There's nothing you can compare it to. And once you've had this kind of experience, you understand that there is a completely different reality that exists. There's a version of life. There's a version of reality, bro, that exists around us all the time. And it's completely different than what we can perceive with our senses. Yeah. So anyways, the experience lasted for about 18 hours. And, the next thing I know, I was in this relationship with this person, and that relationship lasted 3 years. 3 years. Off that one $20, this was $20 that I spent. I think, yeah, $20. $20 cost me 3 years of my life. $20. Yeah. It could have costed me my entire life easily. You're right. And another thing is even after all of the experiences between me and her happened that were like, physical experiences in a bad way. Like, me and her got into it a couple of times. I never hit her. I have so many videos of my face covered in bruises, bro. And there's not a mark on her. So I don't want to hear it from the chat if people are going to try to say that I'm a bad person. I literally was a TikToker when all this shit happened, and I pulled out my phone and started recording her when she started putting her hands on me multiple times. There's so many videos. The evidence is astonishing, and she is the one that went to jail, not me. All right, so that's the end of that part of the story. Even though that shit happened between us, I still wouldn't break up with her. Like permanently, sincerely, I still wouldn't break up with her. And you know what else? I would still do the psychedelic compounds around her. Psilocybin, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, a bunch of novelty synthetics. She was always my go-to trip sitter. And it got really scary quite a few times. But you know what that was? That was the universe's way of showing me how I'm not living my truth. I'm so grateful for those compounds, because the universe literally was showing me like, bro, you're living in a fake life, dude. This isn't your real life, bro. This is not the life that you're meant for, bro. This is just a lesson. You need to learn from this lesson and let it go, bro. Don't let it consume you. I saw everything, bro. In those motel rooms with her. I saw everything about her, bro. Everything about her soul, bro. I saw everything. You go flip back on the TikToks, bro. Go flip back on the TikToks where it's talking about how All it took was, two tabs for me to realize that I don't need none of these people and I need to leave. That was before even coming to California, bro. Every time, dude, every time I would trip at the end of the relationship, all of this, all whatever you want to call it, all of the spiritual beings that would present themselves in my reality, bro, while I was in that heightened state of consciousness, bro, all of them were telling me, please just trust this. Please just leave. Please, by any means necessary. By any means necessary, bro, just go. I swear, bro. I swear. I swear. And I did. I finally listened. Chat. It took some months. It did. It took some months, but the mushroom talked to me, and the mushroom told me that it's time to go. You were meant for more. This is no longer serving you. It never was in the first place. That makes you cry. I hope it's good tears, bro. I believe in you too. Like, this isn't even me trying to flex. This isn't me trying to be funny. This is me telling you the truth, bro. These are plant medicines, bro, that were given to us. These plant medicines were given to us, bro. And you have to know how to use it, bro. And I figured it out, bro. I figured out that not every bad trip is bad because you didn't have the same, like, it's not a bad trip. It's telling you something, bro. You got to listen to it, bro. You got to go through the bad trip that you're having. You got to allow the experience to happen, bro. And you have to take something positive out of the bad trip. Hold on. Sorry. I'm blocking people. Take from it and learn from it. That's right. That's right. Let's get to 100K, chat. We got 700 people in the chat. Let's get to 100K, guys. If everybody starts tapping just for a couple of minutes, I think we can get there, guys. Patrick wasn't mean to me. He wasn't mean to me. I don't know why you guys want to go back to that. Why you guys? I'm really talking to y'all about some deep shit right now. I'm trying to build a community here, guys. I live in California now. I live in Los Angeles now. I'm trying to build a community. I'm not trying to spread hate on Graceland. I'm not trying to spread hate on anybody, actually, on any single person. I'm just trying to share what my experience is because I'm already part of all of the lore. Like, you guys have already been making a million videos, and like Pat's made videos, Madison's made videos, Graceland's made videos. All these people are making videos and doing live streams discussing me without me being present. So it's only fair that I get to answer a couple questions and I get to say my opinion on some things. But I'm not discussing anybody else's business except for Britt, because Britt made me her business and she started posting about me. As long as nobody is doing that, then nobody's ever going to get brought up in conversation. You notice how I don't never say any of the names of the other residents? Even my friends, I don't never say their names or bring them up. There's a reason for that. And I saw everything. Dude, I could literally come on here and say all kinds of shit, bro. I saw so much shit while I was in there. I'm not saying a word about none of it, because none of it brought me any harm, you know? You never talked about anyone. That's what I'm saying. I haven't talked about anybody besides myself. Just because somebody does that, what you just said, Factura 96, just because somebody has a piece of paper in front of them, Bro, the thing is there's a process that you have to go through. You have to, like, bro, there's more. It's not just you say one thing and now you're in trouble. It don't work like that, bro. You have to give out misinformation, or you have to like you have to speak out on some harming, damning information. Like, it's not just, oh, he said the word Graceland, now he's getting sued. It doesn't work that way. If that were the case, then how could they post me? How could they get away with doxing me and telling people where I work and like continuing to post videos about me without my? It don't work like that. Is there's a lot of gray areas. So it's like I know what I can discuss and what I should probably shouldn't. Like, I was, you know what I mean? And I have no motivation to bring up any of the things that I shouldn't discuss. At the end of the day, bro, they are a business and they are still people that live in the city that I live in. And I'm not trying to cause any problems, bro, because you know what it says, bro? Yes, I did discuss some of my own personal experience that you guys were already following on the internet by their doing. They are the ones that broadcasted this on the internet and made me be a participant. Does that make sense? So we were in collaboration to do all this. So when it comes to my content and my experience, as long as I'm not slandering anyone, as long as I am not slandering anyone or being damaging to anybody's property or fucking damaging to anybody's life, like, I'm good. Now, if you know a person named Matthew Andrew Drake, he is a cornball and he broke his agreement. I still talk to people from the facility. Like, they all have my phone number. I'm not gonna say who I be texting, but I be texting people, bro. And I be like, sometimes, bro, just don't worry about it. I tell certain people that I love them still. Now that I've been out of the facility, I tell them, hey, I love you, by the way. Thank you, by the way. Yeah. You want to know one of the people I tell I love you and thank you? Danielle. I tell Danielle I love you and thank you every single time I talk to her. That lady really was like, she was like my mom on some shit. She was like my program mom. But see, she's that energy for a lot of people. She's just got that nurturing aura about her. She's just a nurturer. You know. Yeah, she's just a nurturer, bro. On some shit. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So I gave her, all of my love, all of my support. Anything that lady asked me to do, I did it. Anything that lady asked me to do, I do it. That lady, that lady was so nice to me. You have to understand, I grew up in these places. I grew up in these programs, bro. A lot of people that grow up in these programs really ain't got nobody. So what, as a human being, you're going to form connections with the people that you see every day. You're going to form connections and form bonds with the people that you see every day. Say this person treated me like this, but you know what I'm going to do instead? You know what I'm going to do instead? I'm going to only focus on the people that was good to me. Yeah. Mason got me a bunch of shit that I needed. He got me these glasses. He got me a California state ID. He got me a social security card. Yeah. Or he facilitated me getting those things myself. He got me a birth certificate. He facilitated me getting those things myself. Drove me to appointments, all that type of shit like that. Let's see. And then also when I needed a safe place to be, he picked me up and let me sleep on his floor and then took me somewhere else. And then I got an Uber to the place where I'm currently at. I had to go somewhere else and chill for a little while and figure out what the plan was, because I had a couple different options in my hand. I was like, I don't know about this place. I don't know about this place. But I didn't want to just take up all his time. So I had him Uber me to a spot and I chilled there for a little while and networked on my phone. And then now I ended up where I'm at. Don't nobody even know where I'm at. Nobody does. And it's going to stay that way. Yeah, Mason is actually a super generous person. Mason helped some other people get home too, back to Colorado. Bro, I'm just chilling. Bro, my face is ugly. Deal with it. Deal with me having an ugly face and fucking lazy eye, bro. and acne scars, bro. Deal with it or don't be here, bro. So anyways, we're leaving it that way, plain and simple. Tell him B. So anyways, Mason helped me, point blank period. Point blank period, Mason helped me. Jose, you know what he did? Guess what? Jose helped me get Medi-Cal. Jose helped me get a therapist. Made sure that I did it. He also got me to go get. You going to bed, bro?
I gotta do one short first.
Oh, true. Heard that, bro. I was just checking in with you, brother.
Yeah, I'm just fucking exhausted.
You're awesome, dude. Just want to let you know. So, anyways, Jose made sure that I got to my job interview. Made sure that, I had everything that I needed. Checked in with me every day. Jose had to put up with me more than a lot of people did. Jose was around me more than most of the staff members. And honestly, like, I would get so frustrated. And like Jose, when I first got to the program, me and him was roommates, and now he's staff. Like, y'all don't even realize, like, I was there for a little minute. Like, I wasn't just there like a couple weeks and I bounced. I was there for a little minute, bro. No glaze. I mean, you got to think. He went through the program more than once. It is true. He was my roommate when I got there. What you mean? I was there over 100 days. What you mean? What's up, Bree? So anyways, how about this? When I went to go to the DMV, to go get my Los Angeles state ID, I didn't have all the paperwork that I needed to get it that day because I left some of it at home. Look what Jose does. It was way out there too. I call him on somebody else's phone, and I'm like, damn, bro, I think we have to reschedule this appointment, bro. I really need to get this, bro, because I got an interview coming up, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, bro, wait right there. And he got the paperwork that he needed to get, and he drove that shit out to me in person. He didn't have to do that, bro. And made sure that I got my ID that same day. So imagine that you are responsible for 20 or 30 adults' real world needs, and you are the sole person that is responsible for them from the hours of 8 o'clock a.m. until like 4:30 p.m. That's business hours. You're responsible for all those people. Everybody better give Jose some credit, bro. Ooh, Evan. You know what? Evan was so cool that I might make a video just to shout him out. Actually, I think I'm going to make it. Should I make Evan a video to shout him out in a positive light? I think I should. Yeah. So let's get a W in the chat for Jose. Let's get a W in the chat for Mason. Let's get a W in the chat definitely for Evan, boy. Yeah, you want to know one person that I didn't see not 1 ounce of bad behavior out of? I didn't see not 1 ounce of ego out of, 1 ounce of fucking kikiing and gossiping and bullshit. And I didn't see not 1 ounce of toxicity. Guess who? And W Danielle too. But guess who? Guess who I really feel like is truly a good egg for real? Fucking Evan, bro. Evan don't never make no noise in a bad way. He don't never cause no problems, bro. He don't never talk shit about nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just not with all the fuck shit, bro. You know, he's talented as fuck. Look what he does. He makes all the content, him and a couple of the other dudes. I don't know if they're comfortable. Like I know everybody that's been in one of my TikTok videos, everybody that I've been in one of their TikTok videos, I feel like comfortable to discuss them and say their names and shit because we're all on TikTok blasted all over social media together and everybody fucking knows it already anyway. But as far as people that don't be in a light like that, people that don't be in the center of attention like that all the time, I'll just spare them the fucking I ain't gotta mention their names or anything just because like there's just no point in it. You know what I mean? So fucking Evan, bro, is like he did the whole program. Like he did the whole year. He's still sober, bro. I think he's got almost 2 years of sobriety, bro. Uh, he's just doing it, bro. Like he's grinding. You know, he's got fucking all type of cool shit now that he does with his content creation shit. You know, no weird shit, no homo or nothing. But I mean, he's a good looking young man. I'm not even being weird right now. I'm not even being funny. I'm saying he's a good looking young man. You know, he's got the whole world ahead of him for real. You know, I really feel like I'm not being funny. I'm being for real. Like he's got he's got some good traits. You know, he's smart as fuck. Blue, on the other hand, let me tell you about Blue. Nah, you don't want to know my first experience with Blue? You want to know my first experience with Blue? Blue has always been such a sweetheart. Blue is blameless. Blue does not hurt anybody. Blue is just himself, and that's why people have a problem with him. Because people get annoyed with him because he just want to be himself. He don't try to be like everybody else. He just want to be himself, and he just want to be goofy and say his little jokes and stuff like that. And people want to act like they're annoyed with him. It shit pisses me off. That shit pisses me off, dude. They be trying to clown on him and shit. Be trying to make him feel bad about things. People be trying to make him feel bad about his weight, all type of shit, bro. I really feel bad for Blue, but I love him. I love him to death. Personally, Madison really ain't never did me nothing. Like she really ain't never like did nothing to me face to face that made me feel uncomfortable. That made me feel uh I never she I mean she might I don't really know how to answer that question, but personally I can't really tell you that she like I don't y'all say all type of shit about her and everything, and honestly like I really like Madison. If anything, bro, if I was gonna stay in that community, I would want to be like Madison. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she's in that community. She's somebody to look up to. I mean, she's Papa's right hand man. You know, that's Queen Bee right there. So you know, shit, you gotta put some respect on it. I mean, she's not the house manager. She's the director. You know, so I mean, there's levels to it. You got to understand, there's levels to this recovery shit. So in a community like this, when you coming in, the lowest level person is going to be the person on little brother or little sister, right? So then you come off of that, and now you're just a resident, you know, and so that's just being a basic. Hold on one second, we got to start up. Man, they try to flag me, bro. Damn it, man. Hold on. I didn't.